What's that? Somebody say something. Who goes there, friend or foe? Ah, it's just you lot, is it? Good evening. Nice to see a cheery face. I'm the doorkeeper here at Ibrox, so in consequence, I'm used to seeing a cheery face. Well, most weeks anyway. Yes, I'm your man on the door. You want to climb the famous marble stairs, you see me first. I'll let you in a wee secret. The majority of folk, when they first catch a glimpse of these stairs there, they've got awe in their voice.
Oh, Mammy! Oh, Daddy! These stairs are magic, so they are. Pure dead brilliant.
See what I mean? You climb these stairs, you climb back into history. Hear the past and all its different voices. Players, trainers, managers, fans. The Blue Room. This is where directors and guests meet on match days. Did you see McCoy's today? Waddle, Baxter, Gregg, MacPhail? The manager's office. Tactics, turmoil, triumphs. Who's that getting a ticking off? Is it Dury, Thornton, Alan Morton, the wee blue devil, Tiger Shaw, wee Willie Henderson? The trophy room and all its treasures. Aladdin's cave. My blue heaven. Gifts of friendship, glittering prizes. The tumult and the shouting dies, but memories take an age to fade. You see, the thing about Ibrox is it's steeped in tradition, redolent in history, or is it redolent with history? I'm not quite sure. Anyhow, the place is jammed full of the stuff. Comes floating down these stairs and dreeps off the walls. There are some nights, I'm no kidding you, the ghosts that are stoating about this place would, as the poet says, gie you the willies. You only have to sit quiet for a minute, and in they come. This is Bill Struth, manager for 34 years. I'll tell you about him later. All I can say for the minute is, thank Christ I'm wearing a tie.
Always remember, the club is greater than the man.
Who can say fairer than that, eh? I couldn't have put it better myself. He had a wee plaque on his desk with their words written on it. Always remember, the club is greater than the man.
I have been lucky. Lucky in those who were around me from the boardroom to the dressing room. In times of stress, their unstinted support, their unbroken devotion to our club, and their calmness in adversity eased the task of making Rangers FC the premier club in this country. To be a Ranger is to sense the sacred trust that upholding such a name means in the shrine of football. They must be true in their conception of what the Ibrox tradition seeks from them. No true Ranger has ever failed in the tradition set him. Our very success, gained, you will agree, by skill, will draw more people than ever to see it. And that will benefit many more clubs than Rangers. Let them come after us. We welcome the chase. It is healthy for all of us. No matter the days of anxiety that come our way, we shall emerge stronger because of the trials to be overcome. That has been the philosophy of the Rangers since the days of our gallant pioneers.
That's what you take. Come on, well, I can hear my legs moving. Hey, Moses. Willie. What are they up to?
I don't know.
What you're witnessing, my dear brothers, courtesy of the Eastern Club, is a game of football.
Here, we don't have that in the Gairlaw.
There's a lot of things we don't have in the Gairlaw.
It looks like fun.
That's just one of the things we don't have in the Gairlaw.
Here, ask them for a game. What, you reckon?
Aye, go on. No, they're in the middle of a match. You can't just barge in, you know. The game has rules. Wait till they're finished. Then we'll maybe get a game.
Right. And if there's nothing doing, we'll form our own club.
Aye, easier said than done.
Why?
Where are we going to get a ball?
No matter the days of anxiety that come our way, we shall emerge stronger because of the trials to be overcome. Stirring words, eh? Good old Bill, a very prompt ghost, regular as clockwork. Not only a trainer and a manager, but an architect, a planner. Some even say he was a dictator with his rules about behaviour on and off the field. Old-fashioned courtesy, strict dress code.
Mr. Struth, Mr. Struth. Ah, Belle, your brown suit has just come back from the cleaners, the one with the stripes. Shall I just hang it on the rack?
He had a whole rack of suits there, right in his office, immaculate for all occasions.
The Beau Brummel of football. That's what they call you.
He lived Rangers. He was Rangers.
We behind the scenes may in some modest way have contributed to the triumphs on the field. But in the final resort, the major credit must be given to the boys who go into action. Now, I know there is an idea in some minds that we at Ibrox possess some secret potion for winning matches. The secret potion is a will to win, imagination, determination, a cheerful, positive outlook, and something just as good as any of these, the ability to accept defeat in the proper spirit. Any team that can smile in defeat is more likely to win the next time out. This is a great club. The honor has been mine in serving it. Carry on, my good friends.
Well, I would carry on. I don't know what to say. Difficult to follow that, eh? See, the difference between me and Bill Struth might be apparent to you by now. Bill was a man of vision. Me, I'm a man that has visions, sees visions. Can he stop having visions? Abroad, they might call it genius, but here in Scotland, it's a definite liability. But call me crazy if you like. But I support the two great football teams of Glasgow. Oh, yes, Rangers and Rangers Reserves. Now, they say that football is a ball game played with 22 players and 30,000 referees. Now, I think there's a lot of truth in that. I mean, take my local, run by wee Hetty. You'll meet her in a minute. My local's full of refs. Riff-raff refs, right enough, but refs nonetheless. And my mate Max with the facts. Max Factor, the human computer, we cry him. He's got more facts about the Rangers at his fingertips than Archie McPherson. And he's got his own hair.
I was saying, hey, I was going to give you some Rangers statistics. Right, you ready for us? 11 League Cups, 26 Scottish Cups, 44 Championships, and the European Cup Winners' Cup. I make myself clear.
Perfectly.
In addition, the Gers had the distinction of having supplied more players for the Scottish team than anybody else. Almost 1,500 caps for Scotland.
Incredible.
But I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that FIB is just about winning, because it's no. It's about playing the game. How you play the game, the style of playing the game. I'll give you an example. Remember Ali McCoy's score against Leeds? That's what I'm talking about. Sort of blend of tactics and skill, cunning and elegance. Know what I mean? Half ballet, half chess. Hey, you wish you were Dale Gordon.
You're no kidding.
Hey, remember after Ali scored that goal? Remember the Leeds fans? Not a peep. Not a dicky bird. But our fans, now we have got a standard of support that's second to none. You've got to call it healthy, hey. We got a crowd over 22,000 for a midweek reserve game. 22,000. That was January this year, by the way. You've got to call it healthy, haven't you?
Aye, what would you call this healthy, Mr. Motivator here?
Aye, pint please, Hetty.
With your usual oxygen tent?
No, I'm just a wee bit out of breath. I ran all the way.
Well, that is a clear abuse of English language, son. I mean, you might have lumbered all the way or garumphed all the way. You certainly never ran all the way. You're a disgrace to Ibrox, you know that? It's a long history of athleticism associated with this club. You know, big meetings, track events, cycling, running. Eric Liddell for starters.
Bring me my ball.
That's the one.
For Christ's sake, don't you start.
You want to have a word with Walter Smith, son? See if we can fix you up with a couple of training sessions with the players.
Training sessions, eh? What do you do at them then?
Well, train, basically. You know, keep fit, working their weak points.
Teach footballers all they need to know.
That's it.
Oh, aye, including the home numbers of Glasgow's leading defence lawyers.
That's completely
That's
order,
totally
that, by the
uncalled
way.
for.
Listen, I'm the barmaid here. I'll decide who's at order. Honest to God, what a pair.
What?
Rangers this, Rangers that, Rangers something else.
Exactly. Rangers is something else.
Absolutely. No amount of cheap drapes is going to take that away from them. This is a great club, Hetty. This is a big club that got big by thinking big. from day one.
Right, let's call this meeting to order then.
Oh, we're having a meeting, are we?
Aye, we're having a meeting, that's why we're here.
Is it a meeting or is it just a meeting?
It's a proper meeting.
Well, somebody should be in the chair and we should write down what we decide.
Well, who's got a pencil?
I have.
Right, you're the secretary.
Who'll be chairman then?
Oh, that was good of you offer, Tom.
Oh, I wasn't putting myself forward.
I know you weren't, but you're a bit outnumbered with us, McNeil.
It's like a clan gathering.
So better an impartial voice in the chair, agreed, boys?
Agreed.
Agreed.
That's settled. Tom Vallis takes the chair.
What chair?
This chair.
Right, move.
Ori.
Right, Peter, you're the secretary. You sit here.
Ah,
right?
here, you come
I'll
in
go
here,
there.
right? Here. You sit in
Aye,
here, and I'll sit
you-
there.
right,
That's
Moses,
there we are now.
Right, what do I do?
Call the meeting to order.
I call this meeting to order.
Do you write that down? Not yet.
Write it down if you want.
Tom Valance took the chair and called the meeting to order.
Good.
I'm not finished. And Peter McNeil was appointed secretary.
Mr. Chairman, I have a proposal to make.
Here, wait a minute. Should we not have an agenda?
That was what I was about to propose.
Moses McNeil proposed we have an agenda.
Seconded.
And Willie McNeil...
Look, you don't have to write it down verbatim, just take notes.
Right, what's to be on our agenda then, gentlemen?
1, that we form ourselves into a football club. 2, that we give ourselves a name. 3, that we appoint office bearers and a committee to choose the team. 4...
May I formally request through the chair that Moses McNeil speaks a wee bit slower?
Look, let's take these points in order, gentlemen. Are we agreed that we should form ourselves into a football club?
Agreed.
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 Appoint office bearers and a committee...
Agreed. I feel the time is right. After all, we're not exactly novices. We had an odd game against the Eastern and the Argyle, but that tends to be a little...
Spasmodic.
No.
Irregular.
Exactly. Get that dude. Oh, here, add this. The hour becomes the man. And before we become what we want to become, we have to become a club.
And if I can just add to what Wally was saying. Now that we've had the generous donation of a ball from Mr. McDonald of Messrs. Stewart and McDonald, there is nothing...
Excuse me, Mr. Chairman, if I could just make a point of order here. The football which Moses is referring to, which I may say was used with great effect against Clyde this afternoon, was indeed a gift from Mr. McDonald of Messrs. Stewart McDonald, Buchanan Street, but it was a gift, I must stress, to myself, and to none other than myself. I just want to make that point perfectly clear.
Point taken.
And written down.
Now then, what about a name?
What's wrong with Gairlaw?
Oh, no, that's too healing.
No, any other suggestions?
I've got a book here I've been looking through.
C.W. Alcock's English Football Annual.
English!
And there's a name in there of an English rugby club that, well, it frankly took my fancy. Tell me what you think. Rangers.
What?
I propose we call ourselves the Rangers Association Football Club.
You're joking!
It has a certain ring to it.
I saw his Bell's Whiskey. You wouldn't call a football club after it, would you? No, here we are a minute. No. I would not be happy playing for a football club that was named after an English team.
Well, you've not been asked.
I beg your pardon?
Nobody's asked you to play for the club.
I thought that was the purpose of this meeting.
The purpose of this meeting is to name and form a football club. We've not yet got around to deciding who's going to be in it.
But I'm an obvious candidate.
Well, no, in my opinion.
It's my ball. Mr. McDonald gave me the ball.
Mr. McDonald, he's not in a position to pick who's going to be in the team.
And who is?
We all are.
And in my view, you're too old.
Too old. Here, did you not see me against Clyde this afternoon? Was I, or was I not, a great contributor to our 0-0 success? Moses. Peter.
Aye.
Well then.
Well, you were out of breath. A wee bit.
What is this, an assassination? Tom, come on, Tom. Which your view?
Is the chair allowed to speak?
I'm bloody sure the chair's allowed to speak. Come on.
Well, I'm sorry to say you were making rather heavy weather of it, Willie.
Is that it? Jesus Christ. Now, you all know, I'm no a man given to swearing, but Jesus Christ all bloody mighty. Some bunch of pals, you. Let's hold a bloody meeting and gie Willie the boot. Well, let me remind you, shower of shites, that I'm the bugger with the ball. And I'm the only bugger with a ball, because there's only one buggering ball. And if you don't want me, you're not getting my ball.
What do we do now?
Buy a rainbow! Paisley cowhide match balls, hand sewn, best vulcanized bladders, 5 and 6 each, guaranteed, 3 for 15 bob, genuine cowhide.
Now that we've got our own ball, we should decide on our colours.
Colours?
Now, for the strip, any suggestions?
Well, I was thinking...
The light blues, that's what they called us. And baw or no baw, the boys had to have me back. You see, there's no substitute for talent. I may be getting on, but I'm no done yet. I took over in the half-back line.
So then, Max, what position did you play?
Well, I kind of saw myself as a midfield man.
No, I disagree. I see him here as a midlife crisis man.
Ignore her, sir, ignore her. Major, the terminology's all changed now. I mean, you talk in terms of strikers, link men, centre-backs. Grace, my father would never have used language like that.
Why, what would he have said?
Don't talk shite.
No, No, I mean, what terms would he have used?
It'll work out.
Well, let's see. Half-backs, inside forwards, centre-halves.
So what I watch.
Can I trade it in for a pint?
Aye, your ma.
The formations have all changed. Because I mean, in the early days you were talking about 2 full-backs, 2 half-backs and 6 forwards.
6 forwards? Is that a fact?
That's me you're talking to. Max Factor, the Mac with the facts, guru of the Eastern Enclosure. Christ, I've forgotten more about football than you ever learned. You don't know your history, son. You support one of the oldest teams in Britain, and what you know about their past you can put in the back of your season ticket. It's a bloody scandal, so it is.
So it is.
Well, I'm willing to learn.
Well, there's the boy to learn you.
And you want to know? Just ask.
All right. I bet you don't know the very first team.
Well, the very, 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 very first team.
Aye.
Big Newcastle says a day.
You're on.
Hetty, the book.
The history of the Rangers, or the Old Testament according to Max.
Ahmed. You ready?
Aye, ready!
J.U.
Tom Vallant. Peter McNeil.
William Macbeth.
William McNeil. Moses McNeil.
Peter Campbell.
George Phillips.
James Watson.
D. Gibbs and
John Campbell.
Give him his drink.
Hang on. Seems to me that there are 2 tragedies about this beloved game of ours, and you, Hetty, as a sensate human being, and not to put too fine a point upon it, a woman,
Oh, you've noticed?
would understand this.
Seems to me, Max, being a woman has one positive advantage. It's a great excuse not to play football and not to get involved in football. Honest to God, it's an all-consuming monster with you guys. Like a religion.
Football is my religion.
Just listen to Jock Wallace there.
Sorry, right, pub.
Who is that?
That was Lou Macari looking for a job.
Anyway, it seems to me that there are 2 tragedies about this beloved game of ours. Tragedy number 1.
This is heavy jelly, this, son. I know the signs.
Tragedy number 1 is that as you get older, right? As you get older, the teams of the present don't seem half as good, half as talented, half as exciting as the teams of your youth.
And what praise the second tragedy?
Well, the older you get, the more you start to believe all that, Keith. A horn, as they say in Achna's
Oh, here, we're not going to get maudlin now, are we? Aggressive I can take, but maudlin does my doming. Here, ask him what his team was, as if we didn't bloody well know already.
My pleasure. Ritchie, Shearer, Caldo, Greg, McKinnon, Baxter, Henderson, McMillan, Miller, Brand, and Wilson. Talking early 60s now, son. Talking when Scott Simon was a manager, and you're definitely talking class. Well, it was the odd change now and then, like Eric Calder broke his legs and Davy Provan took over for him. But, by and large, that was the team. The team, by the way. You want to have seen them in action, son.
Well, Rangers have beaten Celtic 4 times already this season. Greg. On to Forrest. Henderson of Rangers. to poke it in. And Miller is goal. And Henderson on the ground. Henderson kicks. On to Wilson. And there's going to be another one.
Best team that ever was. Speak that if you can.
Well, I can, I know. Not only were my team the best that ever played, they were also the fittest on account of the new training methods that Joe Wallace introduced.
Run up and do the sand dunes at Gullen.
Don't knock it, go results. Anyhow, my boys were McCloy, Jardine, Wally One-Foot Matheson, Greg.
Oh, Greg, he was in your team.
He's a minute here.
Oh, excuse him, what?
Colin Jackson, Forsyth, Russell, McLean,
Oh, don't tell us you've forgotten Johnson.
Is that wee Wally Johnson?
Well, it's no Jimmy Johnson, is it? In this case, it was Derek Johnson, Wee Dodie and Cooper. We're talking the trebles, the trebles, the trebles.
That's put his gas up, people.
No, isn't he? No, isn't he? Because he's got named in his team of the quality of Baxter. World-class Baxter was. One of the all-time greats. Some boy Slim Jim. Yeah, Hetty. See the managers of other teams? Used to designate a player to man mark him, during the game. So one day he gets to full time, Baxter's walking off the pitch where this guy's been marking him next to him. Baxter sees a press photographer, Daily Record or something. He says, hey, Eric, got to take a photo of this guy standing next to me. Because this is the nearest he's got to me all day. Style, sir, style.
So it is.
Stories of Baxter are legion, eh? And what he had was a combination of talent and grace.
Callousness and cheek.
Absolutely. You're talking about Baxter, you're talking about a footballer's football.
Aye, but Cooper, Davy Cooper, a genius. I mean, Christ, it just flowed out of him.
Oh, the same league, my Christ. Ralphie Brandon, Jimmy Miller. Jimmy Miller could take a pass right, shield it, move with it, get it out to Brandon, Ralphie bunted it like that.
I bet Derek Johnson, brilliant in the air.
The air? The name of the game's football, son, football.
Forsyth, Tam Forsyth.
Pack it in, the Perry, pack it in. My ears are bleeding. God, can we not get back to the earlier days? Seemed a lot quieter then.
No, don't you believe it?
I'm willing to give it a shot.
Great news, lads, great news! We've secured our own private field at Burn Bank, off the Great Western Road.
Who do we play first?
Vale will leave in 2 weeks' time.
Vale leaving?
Yes!
Extra, redoubled. Vale leaving 1, Rangers 1.
The Vale are leaving, eh? Christ, who'd have thought a place like that to come up with a football team?
Oh, they were big, son. They were big. The Gers were up there with them. A duel to the death in 3 furious Scottish Cup finals.
What years are we talking?
Just the one, 1876.
When we were at Burn Bank?
Oh, no, we'd moved, son, we'd moved.
Where to?
Kinnan Park. Come on, lads, we're moving to Kinnan Park.
Clydesdale's all great.
How we supper up? They're moving. They'd rather play cricket.
Then what I'm about to tell you here is part of football legend. And we're talking here...
And you're doing most it.
We're talking here 4 year, right? Mere 4 year after the formation as a club, and we find the Gers at the final of the Scottish Cup. I mean, that's not bad for a bunch of rows for a Gairloch. Anyway, First final, a goalless draw.
Well, I'm not exactly on the edge of my seat.
Hold on, replay Hamilton Crescent Partick, right? And of the players in this wee drama, you have the Vale goalkeeper, W.C. Wood.
W.C.?
Are you taking the piss?
That was the man's name, right? W.C. Wood. And the referee.
What was his name?
What?
What was the ref's name?
Who gives a toss?
Chinese, was he?
It doesn't matter what a man's name was, does it? Because by the end of the game, he didn't have a name anyway. Right, base sides have scored the goal. We're into extra time now. Just before the end of the first half, a Rangers forward shoots for goal.
That's what I like to hear.
Where's the ball?
In the net.
No, it's not. No net.
What? Somebody nicked it?
They played without a net.
What?
They played without a net.
Bloody stupid, that.
Maybe you're right, because the ref looks through and sees the Vale keeper standing there with the ball in his hands.
W.C. Woods?
The very man.
So what's the problem? He'd obviously saved it.
Oh, no, he hadn't. That's the problem. See, unbeknownst to you and the referee, the ball had gone straight through the back of the goal.
Well, the net is new.
But wasn't he then?
Hit a spectator full in the chest and rebounded into the goalkeeper's hands.
W.C.
The
Woods?
same.
So what was the upshot?
The upshot is this. Sir George MacLeod, right?
Who he?
Well, he's a very famous Glasgow surgeon. He's the guy who got hit in the chest with a ball. Anyway, Sir George informs the referee what has occurred. The referee chooses to ignore him, disallows the goal. Pandemonium. The fans invade the pitch, a rammy par excellence, and the game is abandoned. Now, third and final, Hampden.
Such a sight as Glasgow has never seen. Cars, omnibuses, and anything that could move swarm to Hampden. I estimate between 7,000 and 8,000 spectators.
Hard-time pace. Who will get the Thomason? Go on,
Never be without it. Use it morn and night. There's no doubt about it. Bovril keeps you right. Keep it in the household. Have it on the shelf. Give it to your children. Have a cup yourself. Bovril, Bovril, Bovril. Use Bovril, invaluable to all who aspire to athletic eminence.
Well, don't keep us in suspense. What happened?
They played the same team as before,
And?
and this time they lost the game. Vale leaving 3, Rangers 2.
3 cheers for the Bell Boys in Blue. They showed us just what they could do. And Hamlin the Raw with C's and encore. 3 cheers for the Bell Boys in Blue.
Did they get their encore?
Oh, aye. 2 seasons later, and guess who's in the final?
Rangers and the Vale are leaving?
Oh, mark my words, that boy will go places.
Aye, well, the Vale are leaving, I'll not be one of them.
1879 and a new team, although some of the old hands are still there. There's Tom Valance,
Still here.
Moses McNeil,
Still here?
and Peter McNeil.
Still here.
What about Wally?
Up here. Keeping an eye on things. The game was but 12 minutes gone when Struthers from Rangers scored. The ball was like a cannon shot. It had the goalie floored. And up here in the terraces, we roared and roared and roared. Then my brother Moses, he swiftly down the wing. Lots of fancy footwork. Well, that was the family thing. Again, the ball to Struthers. Again, the goalie's floored. And up here in the terraces, we roared and roared and roared. What's that the bloody ref saying? The goal should be ignored. Well, up here in the terraces, we roared and roared and roared. Offside! Away and bow your head! Away, you stupid nyaff! Despite our demands, the decision stands. We're in the second half. 2 minutes to go. Boys, take it slow. The time is nearly up. In my mind's eye, I see held high the silver Scottish Cup. 'Twas not to be, alas, dear me. There was a scrimmage down our end. The ball came out and shiggled about and did a funny bend between the legs of our goalie. And that, my friends, was that. And up here on the terraces, we grat and grat and grat.
A draw.
Aye, but the Gers claimed the tie on the grounds that Struthers' second goal was a good one, and the referee's decision was the wrong one. So, they appealed to the SFA.
Oh, aye, and what did they say?
As per usual, SFA. They order a replay.
Is that a good thing?
Well, no, really, Rangers don't turn up. What? Rangers don't show. Convinced that they were right, you see. So the Vale players run up and down the park, bang the ball between the posts and get him with the cup. Thank you very much. Easiest game ever played.
Bloody ref.
Bloody right.
Bloody hopeless.
Here. And did you hear the one about the ref who thought Hertz Van Rentel was a Dutch midfielder?
Seems to me we were just unlucky, eh?
Unlucky? Luck? God, a dubious concept, that, so I don't know how to go for it. Anyway, there's a wee coda to the story.
Something to cheer you up. 2 weeks later, we meet the Vale in the final of the Charity Cup. This one is the decider, said the skipper from the Vale.
You're right,
said Tom, our captain.
This is the game that will tell.
We won, of course, and gracefully. There was dancing in the street, and with joy up on the terraces, we had another greet. The Rangers 2, Vale of Leven 1.
3 cheers for the Bow Boys in Blue. We showed them just what we could do.
That's how we won the Charity Cup, and it could be argued a first Scottish Cup.
Well, if it wasn't the first Scottish Cup, it certainly wasn't the last.
Certainly wasn't it.
Inside forward Johnston. Well, I don't know how McLean missed that one. Somebody's foot stopped that one. And there's a goal by Johansson. Well, there it is. There. Inside forward Johnston scores. A wonderful header. That's brilliantly struck by Davy Cooper.
Looking for Hateley's flick on. Tweed is with him. That's McCoy. So the Agamani
Do you know that, son? Luck has got nothing to do with that. That is skill.
Oh, I see, when you win it's skill, when you lose it's bad luck.
Well, I've always said, Hetty, you make your own luck. That's what Struth said, that's what Worrell said. Mind you, there was one old boy back in 1880 that was a strong believer in luck. Angus Campbell, Honorary Secretary, Rangers Association Football Club.
Gentlemen, as you know, I come from the Highlands, and where I come from, we tend to do things rather differently.
Ah, you don't kick the ball, you try to batter it to death with sticks.
I am not talking about the noble game of shinty. I am talking about the noble game of football. And although we at Rangers have been playing nobly enough of late, we've not been playing very well. Yes, it is a shame, because it's not entirely our fault. We need a change. As we say in the Highlands, when your barley has the mildew, you need to find another way to get your oats.
What are you suggesting?
Well, I am suggesting that we change our colours.
Did it work?
Did it?
Nay language.
So what happened?
So, 3 years later, in 1883, they changed the colours back again.
And?
We still lost.
Just bad luck.
No, like a proper training, failure of concentration, some dodgy management decisions. Christ, the team was still chosen by committee. When you name me one thing that's run efficiently by committee.
Well, our darts team doing the bowling club, I mean,
the darts team doing the bowling. The big match factor was this. England was stealing our best players.
Oh,
aye.
Sneaky bastards.
Right.
Hello! I say! What's going on here?
Okay, the news, just a wee bit of national stereotyping.
Scots?
Aye, I don't mind if I do.
You know a Scotsman once? His name was Jock. Came from Glasgow. Do you know him?
Sounds privilege, help my boob. He's my neighbour.
tell me, John, do you play football?
I'm very, very keen.
Any of your lot fancy joining our lot?
Not a lot.
There's money in it.
Money, you say?
2.5 nicker a week.
Man, that's a fortune.
But we're not professional yet, so it's a case of nudge, nudge, wink, wink, say no more.
Well, we're no legal here either, so we're nudging and winking and all.
You cook the books?
Cook the books? Christ, we bloody burn them. We've had 14 fires and 8 floods. The SFA are getting suspicious.
July 1885, football in England turns professional.
May 1893.
Christ, how the years fly by, eh?
Football in Scotland turns professional.
Great. How much are you going to pay me?
So there's no more reason to cook the books?
Certainly not.
Oh no! Try telling that to Bernard Tappy.
Here, listen to this. By all accounts, an English agent caught it hot on the Glasgow Rangers ground last week. It is said he represented Notts Football Club and went up to try and sign a man called Henry. But the Rangers Vigilance Committee heard of this and suggested he return home. The terrified man ran for over half a mile.
What of them, eh? Well, you're an ugly mob if ever I saw one.
Send him homeward to think again.
Oh, grow up, the pair of you. There's enough blooming prejudice in this world without you two putting your tuppence worth in.
Just a wee joke, Hetty. Wasn't he being serious?
We wouldn't need to be. Because for a wee while back there, the Gers were members of the English Football Association.
What?
Right. Reached the semi-final of the Cup in 1886 against Aston Villa. Get beat. Story is that the goalkeeper had eaten too much.
Common complaint with Rangers goalies, eh?
Anyway, the following year, the SFA had had enough and all.
It has been decided that clubs who are members of this association shall not be members of any other national association.
And I was into that. No, I would say if I was asked.
You'll say whether you're asked or no.
I would say that the 1890s saw a new professionalism creeping into the sport, and that was a decade where the game really took off. Now, I want to ask you a wee question here. What would you say made a great football team?
Apart from wearing a light blue jersey, you mean?
Of course.
The ability to win.
Well, and score goals, especially away goals in Europe.
It's a terrific goal by Durant. Durant back in that midfield position. Instantly spraying a wonderful ball out there. Mikhailchenko. Hank has gone into the middle. McSwegan's in there too. When he comes from McSwegan, there's his header, and he scores! Over the outside of the view. Durant again. Cross comes in, and it's in there. Oh, great goal!
Well done, Trevor Stephen. What a shame he hit that straight into the back of McCall. But Nisbet whipped it in.
Fair dues, fair dues. I still maintain there's more to winning than just scoring goals.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but is that not what it's all about?
There are other factors, Hetty. There's management, right? Management, good conditions, a sense of belonging, backup, a desire, a need, a will to win. And of these factors, brethren, the most important of these is management. Without good management, you're on the skids. Enter William Wilton, match secretary.
Gentlemen, there has been a great deal of discussion this evening about the future of Ibrox Park and Rangers Football Club. Well, let me put in my bawbee's worth. This club is growing daily, increasing its membership and its influence. We now run 3 football teams and have a successful sports association. Great interest being shown in our track and cycling events. The men who founded this club were athletes, rowers all. It therefore seems to me entirely appropriate that we should concern ourselves with the wider sports arena. As the old Romans had it, mens sana in corpore sano.
The hell does that mean?
Well, something that's a foreign field for you, son. A healthy mind and a healthy body.
Oh, I see.
It can only be to the good that our deprived and slum children can come here to Ibrox Park and run about in God's good fresh air. And by providing them the opportunity to get fit, we also provide them the opportunity to become happier and more fulfilled citizens.
That was the prevailing thought at the time, a kind of muscular Christianity. Victorians were very keen on it.
Well, I don't fancy it.
In particular, the muscles
Oh,
of
yeah.
Christianity.
You mark my words, gentlemen. Social change is upon us. And the recent factory acts have meant that for many of our workforces, the end of the working week is now 1 p.m. on a Saturday. And
deal.
What better way for the working man to shake off the cares of the week and enjoy some well-earned leisure than in standing shoulder to shoulder with his fellows, cheering on his team in a fast and furious game of football?
Yep, they get loused dinner time Saturday, left the yard, straight to the pub. Few wee goldies, half bottle in the back pooch, and off to the game.
A recipe for a happy life,
Absolutely.
And an early death.
So, I'm standing there minding my own business like, and all of a sudden I feel this dint in my head. Well, I turns round, the lamp's the guy behind me. Well, next thing I know, he's knee me in a ghoulies nagadoon like. So my pal headbutts him in a napper. Whereupon, his pal lamps my pal and he'd be a screw tap.
Aye. And I bet you that's when the trouble started, eh?
Aye. Hey, Shugman, you see the game on Saturday?
Aye.
What do you think of it?
I thought the only decent players were the governed silver band.
And as leisure time and money in the pay packet increases, so too will attendances at matches. Gentlemen, I have no doubt that in a very few years' time, football will become our national sport. But it is more than just a sport, gentlemen. Football is a business. There is good, honest money to be made in football. Now, we must move with the times. And if we're to take this game and this club into the 20th century, we must organise now. Together we can make this a great club. We owe it to ourselves, to our team, and to our supporters on the terracing.
Did it work?
Oh, aye, Flower. It was a new decade.
1890-91, Rangers joined Scottish League champions with Dumbarton.
1892-93, Rangers won the Glasgow Cup, defeating Celtic for the first time 3-1.
1893-94, won the Scottish Cup for the first time, defeating Celtic 3-1.
1896-97, Rangers win the Charity Cup, the League Cup, the Scottish Cup.
1897-98, won the Scottish Cup and the League Cup,
Rangers win the league championship.
winning every match.
A world record.
That hasn't been broken to this day.
1899, the Rangers Football Club ceased to exist,
And becomes Rangers Football Club Limited.
with a board of directors.
And a new manager.
Myself, William Wilton.
There was no other candidate.
Gentlemen, I am a proud man today. As many of you will know, the bell of history was rung that August day in 1887 when we moved here to Ibrox. Now let the bells ring out again as we say welcome to the new Ibrox Park, now to be known as the Stadium. Welcome to a new era for the club and a new century for football.
Should old acquaintance be forgot and never brought to mind? Should old acquaintance be forgot for the days of lang syne?
1901, Queen Victoria died.
Edward VII ascended the throne.
1902.
This afternoon at Ibrox, during the international between Scotland and England, a part of the high wooden west terracing collapsed, killing 25 people and injuring 517.
A sword of green, a field of praise, for years and tears our voices raised. We supported you, the boys in blue.
Bill Proudfoot, eyewitness. I've never seen so many people at a match. Before the game started, the great terrace where the disaster occurred appeared full to capacity, and still thousands poured in at the gate. When the game started, the crowd, as it always does, began to sway. A great swaying movement like that of a long rolling wave. The wave of swaying was carried to the highest part of the terracing, and with the pressure of thousands suddenly thrown against it, the corrugated backing of the structure was wrenched, its supports twisted, and the top part of the terracing gave way. The people disappeared as if falling through a trap door.
George Wood, eyewitness. The collapse was followed by a terrible chorus of moans from the ground below. The sound almost made one's blood freeze.
The police have prepared the following list of the dead. George Alexander McCausland, aged 31, clerk. Bruce Crawford, aged 20, bricklayer's apprentice. William Wilkie, aged 59, mathematical tutor.
Alexander Simpson, 18, clerk. Michael Donnelly, age unknown, stonemason. Hugh Armour, 37, blacksmith.
Nearly 70 years later, January 2nd, 1971, the end of the Nair Day match. 66 people were crushed to death on the steps leading to the East Terrace. Stairway 13.
All the players had already gone, and I was just standing here putting my clothes on after the match, and a couple of guys came in the door there with two bodies and laid them down on the massage table like this one here in front of me, and it was only then that I discovered the extent of the disaster. They told me how bad it was. There'd been a number of people killed, and there was obviously many people injured, and it wasn't until I got all my clothes on and walked down through the tunnel to the pitch and saw all the bodies lying along the front of the main stand that it really hit me how bad this disaster had been.
Peter Thompson, 34, plumber.
William MacDonald, 31, lorry driver.
James Campbell, 42, welder.
Alan McGilvery, age 16.
No matter the days of anxiety that come our way, we shall emerge stronger because of the trials to be overcome. That has been the philosophy of the Rangers since the days of our gallant pioneers.
I give you a toast. Absent friends.
Absent friends.
And through
Where's this, Mr. Waddle? Over there.
Colour of the seats, Mr. Waddle.
Orange.
And the carpeting.
Blue.
Ah, Mr. Waddle. Now then, let's see. Where are we?
Ibrox, man, Ibrox. Don't they teach you young hacks anything? Christ, when I was a journalist, one slip up your arse was in parsley. They say that some folk are nature's gentlemen. Well, sure as eggs is eggs. None of them work for the Daily Mail.
No, I meant where were we in the interview?
Reaching a conclusion, I hope. What's happening? I said, what's happening? Well, make something bloody happen. Here, is this the scale?
Oh, aye, that's always approved, Mr. Waddle.
And do you approve of it?
Oh, aye. I think it's braw.
Well, good. I'm glad to hear you say that, because I think it's braw and all. You see, I didn't traverse half of Europe looking at stadiums, or is it stadia, to come up with a plan that wasn't braw. Well,
How many games did you play for Rangers altogether?
let me answer that question by saying, look it up. It's called research.
Well, roughly.
I lost count after about 500. My first game was against Arsenal in 1938. I was still at school. It was a normal school day. I went home at tea time, collected my boots, went to Ibrox and played in the match that night.
How did you feel?
How do you think I felt? I was only 16. It was nerve-wracking. Till I scored a goal after 25 minutes. Only goal of the match. Reschedule the Architects for 2:15. On here. Put the development fund off to 4 o'clock. Not there, over there.
Can I talk to you about Deedle and Doddle and Bustle?
Deedle and Doddle and Bustle. Christ, you make it sound like the Marx Brothers. You mean Deedle and Bustle? Me and Willie Thornton. We were considered by some to be a lethal combination. That's certainly what we tried to be. I was in the wing. I went to the byline, got the ball across to Thornton, who nodded it in. That was the basic ploy, and we happened to be quite good at it. It's a great team, though. You'll have heard of the Iron Curtain defence. Obviously not. George Young, Jock Shaw, Ian McCall, Willie Woodburn, and Sammy Cox. These names mean anything to you. The rear guard. And though I say it myself, pretty formidable. Shift it, Mackenzie, shift it! There are two things certain in this universe. One, we will win the league, and two, this stadium will open in time.
When you stopped playing football, you returned to journalism.
Yes, the Evening Citizen. Alas, defunct.
And then you joined Kilmarnock as manager. How did you find it?
I pointed my car down the A76 and lo and behold, there it was.
No, I meant...
Look, I know what you meant, son. I've got no intention to be blethering on about winning the league with Kilmarnock. That has got no relevance to what we are trying to achieve here at Ibrox. Tell me, Ernest Hemingway, did I not invite you here to talk about the aftermath of the disaster and the rebuilding of the stadium?
That's right, Mr. Waddle.
Well, stick to the brief, and be brief.
Well, when you left Kilmarnock and you went to the Daily Express, you indicated you were finished with football management, and, well, here you are.
Yes. I wouldn't have gone back into management for any other club other than the Rangers. As you say, here I am. And it's the here and now that interests me. How's your shorthand? As a journalist, I try to be as direct with words as I was in the wing in football. These days have been black days at Ibrox. Days of anguish and grief. The scar is deep, but so too is the determination to improve things. I will use my energies to rebuild this place so that nothing of the like will ever happen again. The lives lost tragically here will have a permanent memorial in a stadium that is safe, secure, and proud. One that will rival the best in Europe.
Phone call, Mr. Waddle, from Holland. It's urgent.
Coming.
An Englishman landed on Edmonstone Drive. He watched Willie Waddle with envious eyes. How can I buy him? He asked of Bill Struth. I'll tell you how, he replied with the truth. How can you buy all the cups that he's won? How can you buy Mrs. Thornton's wee son? How can you buy Big Geordie Young? How can you buy Willie Waddle? 'Cause nature bestowed all these wonderful things. His left foot, his right foot, his noddle. And when you can buy all these wonderful things, then you can buy Willie Waddle.
In signing you for the Rangers, Waddle, I have to tell you that you're now associated with the greatest tradition in football. Never do anything to discredit it. Now, I will give you all the help I can, but remember this. A footballer is the architect of his own fortune.
I'll remember that, Mr. Struth. Boss.
Good. Now go out there and win, Willie. Oh, here. Are you cold, Willie?
No, I'm just a wee bit nervous.
Only me back in the old corral. It's a bit dim, innit? Maybe David Murray's forgot to feed the meter, eh? Let's have some lights on the subject. Ha! Who says the magic's gone out of Ibrox, eh? Which was that at this time of night? It's nearly midnight.
Let me in, let me in!
Who is it?
Fergus McCann, I want to see what a trophy room looks like.
Good one. What are you doing here?
I've come to see all the famous Ibrox ghosts you keep going on about. See, the place really is haunted.
Well, you can't stay here, you know that.
Oh, come on. There's a harm. Look, 10 minutes. 10 minutes, if nothing shows, I'm out of here, right?
All right, 10 minutes, but for Christ's sake, don't tell anybody. And sit down there.
Hey. Mum is the word, right? Has he appeared yet?
Who?
Struth!
No.
You better get a gildy on. Nearly midnight. Nearly the witching hour.
Eternal Father, strong to save, whose arm has bound the restless wave.
The hell's that?
Sounds like him singing.
Who? Bill Struth?
No, him singing. Stuff you get in church.
What does it mean?
I'm thinking.
Sounds kind of naval.
I've got it. William Wilton, Rangers' first manager, right, was drowned in a boating accident off Gourock. This is what you term a moment of destiny. This is the moment when Bill, the trainer, becomes Mr. Struth, the manager. The man they still refer to as the boss.
Shh. Friends, each man's death affects us somehow. But the death of our beloved William Wilton has touched us deeply.
Yeah.
Now the record books show us what he achieved, but they tell a mere fraction of the story. He pulled this club up by its bootstraps, made it a significant force in the land, a respectable and respected institution. He made it a financial success. He was a man who did not shrink from decision-making. He made decisions, sometimes unpopular decisions, and he was not afraid.
Have you heard the latest? We've signed an Englishman.
You're joking?
No, it's in the papers.
What's he to be? A groundsman or something?
No, a goalie.
A goalie? They must be after he'd getting a responsible job like that to an Englishman. Mark my words, this is the start of the rot. Where's he from?
Southampton.
Christ, that's nearly in France. What's the boy's name?
Herbert Locke.
Herbert? Oh, I gave him a month.
I was not with this club at the time, but I know he was horrified by the behaviour of both sets of fans at the Cup final replay of 1909, in what is now known as the Hampden Riot.
Here, is that the final whistle? And that the final score, 1-1. Still there's extra time, we can beat them yet. And how come the players are leaving the pitch? Oh, play the game, that's what you're paid for. They're at it. Do you know what they're doing? They're engineering a bloody draw, so they get another bloody replay and poke at the bloody gate money. Here, look, the fans are invading the pitch. What are the police up to? Never seen anything like it. Bloody disgrace. Come on, let's join them. I've got to report, sir, that the crowd threw anything that came to hand, including bottles, punches, abuse. I mean, to be perfectly frank, my colleagues and I were badly cut up on account of the barricading we received. Barricading? Don't you mean barracking, Constable? Oh, no, sir, I mean barricading, big wooden posts about that size. Any injured? About 150 maester receiving treatment. Good. Well, no, really, sir, it's most of them are, in fact, Polish. This is what happens, you see, when you let these Rangers and Celtic people get together. They just want to fight one another. Well, in actual fact, sir, that would be a misdelusion. They weren't fighting one another. They were fighting us!
So, the Rangers and the Celtic boards got together and agreed that there was nowhere safe to play the replay. So, to this day, there remains one final that can never be won by MD.
Chris, what's that now?
It's me! Hetty! Let me in!
Oh, hello, Hetty. What brings you here?
Shut it, short ass. Where is he? Aha! There you are, Chemo Sabby. Where the hell were you? Round the corner, he said. Meet me round the corner and I'll take you to Ibrox.
Oh, did you now?
Aye. I've been waiting down there for half an hour.
Oh, aye, well, was it eventful, Hetty?
Oh, aye, it was eventful. One old boy offered me his body. Another old geezer offered me his buckfast. And two long-haired creatures of indiscriminate sex offered me a night in paradise.
Oh, Christ, you didn't want to go there.
Hey, I take it you turned them all down.
No, I brought them all with me.
What?
Tube! So, what have I missed?
A riot?
No, I've had a riot. So, any of your famous wee ghosties?
Aye.
Who's there?
Christ, who's that? God, truth.
Got in one, Hetty, got in one.
Morton, sir. Alan J. Morton.
How tall are you, Morton?
5'4", sir.
Weight?
9 stone, sir.
Well, you know the old saying, get gear, gang, and wee book. I hope it's true. I'm signing you, Morton, for Rangers. And despite your size, I'm expecting great things from you.
Yeah, a lot of nonsense, a lot of rubbish talked about size. Size is not important.
You sure you want me to be party to this conversation?
Like, granted, Alan Morton was a great wee player, but there's no doubt about it, he was wee.
So, he was wee. Wee Willie Henderson was wee.
Even wee Willie Winky was wee.
He didn't play for the Rangers, did he? I mean, all I'm saying is that the majority, right, the majority of Ibrox men have all been big guys, that's all.
I don't know about that. Look at McLean, Thornton, McCoist, for God's sake.
Coist, I love wee Coist, he's beautiful.
I'm talking historically here in general terms. A lot of the big sides had big guys in them. I mean, a lot of them are bloody minors, for Christ's sake. No offence to minors, by the way.
My father was a minor.
Oh, God bless him, I'm sure he was very good at it, but he didn't play for the Gers, did he?
But he would have liked to have, though.
Oh, look, I'm talking about guys like Geordie Young, George Brown, Woodburn, Big Sammy Baird, Jim Baxter.
Jim Baxter was a minor right enough, but so was wee Willie Henderson.
You forget about the bloody minors. All I'm saying is that a lot of them are big, powerful guys, and there was a reason for that historically.
Ah, okay.
And the reason was...
I'm not sure I agree with this or no.
The reason was the equipment that they had.
You still talking about football?
Aye.
Just checking.
The equipment had to play with the boots and the ball. Big bloody bladder of a ball. And the weight when it was wet. You remember the boots? Big bulbous bastards with brass eyelids. Right, you needed to be a big guy just to walk a boot there things, never mind boot a sword and ball apart with them. When all that changed, so too did the game change, and the wee guys come into the rain. Fly, nifty, cunning wee chaps, starting about here, there, and...
Everywhere!
Come on, Adele! Come on, the Rangers! Never mind the Glasgow Cup, the Charity Cup, the Cheltenham Cup. We want the Scottish Cup. It's a disgrace. 5 finals, we've went home with nothing.
After 25 years, it's a rum-do.
A rum-do. It's a hoodoo. Hoodoo. Hoodoo.
This is the famous 25-year hoodoo.
That's Meikle, John and McPhail.
Right, 2 players from different teams meet in the street. And one of them says to the other, he says, I haven't seen you for a while. What have you been up to? And he goes, well, I don't know if you've heard, but I'm not playing for the Teddy Bears anymore. And he says, why is that then? And he goes, well, it's all on account of something that old bastard Bill Struth says to me. And he says, aye? What did he say to you? And he says, you're fired. Good evening, Mr. Struth.
We didn't see you there.
That I may say is perfectly obvious.
You all right, sir?
Aye, Meikle John. For an old bastard, I'm doing fine.
Sorry, sir.
So you should be. You know I don't allow that language in the dressing room, or in my office, nor anywhere in this building. We Scots are fortunate in having a rich and expressive tongue. There's no need to supplement it with the language of the gutter.
Oh, we were just sharing a joke, sir.
I know. And there's an end to it.
What were you doing, sir?
I was scrubbing the dressing room floor.
May I ask why, sir?
Because it needed doing.
You're the manager.
I am still a servant of this club. The point is, be thorough. Never forget the details. Oh, we will win the Scottish Cup, but I will still scrub this floor if I think it needs it. You see, endurance is the crowning quality, and patience all the passion of great hearts. I thought, David, you would understand that. Good night, lads.
Good night, Mr. Struth.
David, a word, please. Now, you will have heard there is much talk of a hoodoo.
Aye, I know that's...
You will also know it's nonsense, and we have to show them it's nonsense. I want you to be captain of the team.
Sir?
The time has come for you to take responsibility. Show leadership.
I accept, sir.
Good. Now, how's young MacPhail coming on?
Oh, he's doing fine, sir. He's a great player.
That's why he was picked. Oh, I have high hopes of that young man.
And he's always got a smile on his face, sir.
That's the attitude. By the end of the season, we'll all have smiles on our faces. Now, I will not speak to you of tactics, David. I would not presume to. I am not a footballer. I never have been. But as one athlete to another, I can say that for me, smartness off the field brings smartness on the field and is the road to victory. But I will never tell you how to play the game. I pay men top wages for top football. There's surely something wrong if I have to tell them how to do their job. Now go out there, son, and do your best.
Scottish Cup latest. Rangers meet Celtic in the final. Rangers meet Celtic in the final.
Oh, this could be your lucky day.
Shh, don't tempt fate. Place is mob.
Aye.
Thousands. Big gate today, yeah?
Oh, it's a big gate. Add some bother getting over it.
The tension in the dressing room. You could almost touch it.
April the 14th, 1928. Hampden in front of a crowd of 120,000. The game began! Half-time score, all equal. Rangers 0, Celtic 0.
You know, there's no doubt in my mind that
The team that scores first wins.
How did you know I was going to say that?
Because it's the obvious thing to say.
Hang in there, boys.
Good fair go, I hope, pie.
Come on, lads. Endurance is the crowning quality, and patience all the passion of great hearts.
Second half! Come on, Rangers! 11 minutes into the second half, and Morton sweeping down the wing, passes to Fleming, who shoots for goal. It looks like a winner!
Yes!
Oh, but McStay, the Celtic fullback, knows it's a winner and pulls the ball down! It's a penalty for Rangers! And who's going to take it? The captain, Meiklejohn, has stepped forward. He places the ball in the penalty spot. He moves back. A hush falls. Meiklejohn is still standing there.
I saw in a flash the whole picture of our striving to win the cup. I saw all the dire flicks of fortune that had beaten us when we should have won. The ball should have been in the net. It was on the penalty spot instead. If I scored, we would win. If I failed, we could be beaten. It was a moment of agony.
Meiklejohn moves in on the ball. He kicks it. It's in the air. And it's in the net. And who will be next to score? It looks like young McPhail. Yeah! And now Archibald. Yeah! Archibald again. Yeah! Final score: Rangers 4, Celtic 0.
We've done it, son. The end of the hoodoo. 3 cheers for our manager, Mr. William Struth. Hip hip! Hooray! Hip hip! Hooray! Hip hip! Hooray!
William Struth, our manager. 34 years in the job, what an achievement. 18 championships, 10 Scottish Cups, 18 Glasgow Cups, and 20 charity cups. And the players they had.
Who's there?
Brown. George Brown, sir. Tom Hamilton.
Jimmy Smith.
Jerry Dawson.
Ah, yes, the prince of goalkeepers.
Willie Thornton.
Thornton. I remember you as a lad, with your well-polished boots.
Yes, sir.
These your boots, Thornton?
Yes, sir.
How much am I paying you a week?
£1, sir.
Anyone with boots as clean as yours deserves £2 a week.
Thank you, sir.
It'll be in your wage packet next week.
Thank you, sir. To my eternal shame, I didn't have the courage to tell him. It was my mother that polished my boots.
Jock Shaw.
Tory Gillick.
Oh, Gillick, I remember you. I made me laugh.
It's about our wages, sir.
Yes,
Well, do we all get paid the same here?
more or less the same. It varies with ability.
Big George Young, for instance. Does he get paid more than me?
Yes,
Well, how's that?
because he's a better player than you.
And in a close season when the wages are less, does he still get paid more than me?
Yes.
Well, how can he be a better player in the close season?
Ah, Gillick, you made me laugh.
I've taken down the sign from your door.
Be brief. Time is precious.
And don't forget the one on your desk.
Always remember, the club is greater than the man. Scott Simon is the man who will take over from me. He is all that I seek in a Ranger. And I am, as you know, uncompromising when I speak of this club.
Shall I clear the rack of your suit?
Oh, not all of them, Betty. I shall be back from time to time, making sure young Scott is coping all right. And he will cope. He will lead this club into orbit, making it famous not merely in Britain, but in world football.
World football. European football, that was to be the next stage. And the Gers had been there before, of course. A tour of Austria in 1904, Finland, Denmark. Unbeaten tour of the States in 1928. And then, of course, in 1945, with a wee set to with the Russians.
Do you know what I mean, the Germans?
Not at all. I mean, the mighty Moscow Dynamo. Some boys,
My father was a paid-up member.
What? A red under the bed?
No, under the ground. He was a miner.
Help my Bob.
We bring greetings from the Union of Soviet Socialist Republics. Our glorious leader, Joe Stalin, holds close to his Georgian heart, city of Glasgow, birthplace of Comrade John McLean. And we believe that the bonds between nations are cemented by international sport.
Hear, hear.
Promoting amicability and friendship.
Hear, hear.
And that is why we were pleased to obliterate Cardiff and to wipe your Arsenal off the map.
Oh, hear, hear. There's no need for that talk.
In plague, Rangers, we would like to say this. We do not wish to see following player on pitch. Kasky.
Imagine the cheek of that. Dictating the team that you're going to be playing against. But it didn't work. Big George was there.
Everybody that I speak to nowadays, when they talk about the penalty kick and that, they always say, well, I plunked school that day to see that game. And I always say to them, well, if you plunked school to see the game, I must have plunked school too to play in it. Poor Wally next door, he knew this one. But it was good to see Big Smith kick Tiger Cornish the ball into the back of the net for our first one, and the second one got from a penalty kick, and then a minute from time, Charlie Watkins hit the post. Very, very unfortunate not to win that day. But the Russians didn't take much time to get way back home to Russia after that game.
You're in the middle of the game, right? The middle of the game. Your father's beloved Ivans tried something on to Tory Gillick leaping up and down.
What?
He noticed that they were playing with 12 men.
12 men?
Yes, well, we're footballers, not mathematicians. But we would like to say that Rangers are finest athletes we have played. Easily the best team in Britain. We have no complaints.
We had plenty of complaints a few years later. Went an unbeaten tour of the Soviet Union. Scott Simon was the manager. Well, two of the youngsters that went on that tour later went on to make names for themselves and Rangers. John Gregg and Willie Henderson.
I heard a great story about Willie Henderson when the team was over there. You know. They were staying in the Metropole Hotel in Moscow, right? Yeah. And Willie Henderson decides to ring his girlfriend Mary back home in Green Gaires.
Where?
Green Gaires.
Where's that?
It's just outside Airdrie.
Never heard it.
Well, neither had the Russians. That's how it took them so long to get the bloody phone call through. Anyhow, 4 hours later, the phone finally rang.
Hello?
Hello, Mary. Is that you?
No, that's the Mary.
Well, who is it?
It's Geordie. Geordie Thomason.
Who?
I'm a retired miner. I was just passing the phone box here and I heard it ringing, so I picked it up.
All right, Geordie, you're facing the phone, right?
I'm facing the phone.
Right, well, if you turn round, you'll see a blue door.
No, it's a red door. It's a phone box on numpty.
Aye, but if you look beyond that, you'll see a blue door.
I see it, aye.
Aye, well, could you go and chap it?
Chap it?
Aye, Jimmy Bell lives there.
Oh, Jimmy Bell, the China. Oh, I know him, aye.
Aye, well, could you ask him to tell his Dr. Mary that she's wanted on the phone?
Who answered, like?
Me. It's Wally Henderson of the Glasgow Rangers. I'm phoning from Moscow.
Oh, Moscow, Ayrshire.
No, Moscow, Russia.
Oh, you think I'm getting stupid?
No. You're making that up.
No, straight up. Cost him a fortune and he never did get to speak to her.
See the boys get back for that tour. We're mobbed at Renfrew Airport. When international football was all the rage and Scott Simon had his eyes fixed firmly in Europe. In 1955, that was the start of the European Cup. 1960, that was the beginning of the European Cup Winners' Cup. Then you had the Intercity Fairs Cup, which became the European Fairs Cup. Then just the Fairs Cup, and then finally...
UEFA Cup.
What?
UEFA Cup.
UEFA Cup, Hetty. UEFA Cup.
I'm sorry. I didn't know football was so complicated. How do you keep track of it all?
I'm a fan, Hetty. Sort of a fanatic. It's an all-consuming passion that eats into the very fabric of family life. At the end of the season, I've got to relearn all my children's names and put the wife in for a remedial sex course.
Oh, Max. Is it worth it?
Oh, aye, and it's worth it. For the joy and the pain and the glory and the fame, and even in the rain, it's worth it. To be able to say, it's my team. I was there. I cheered them on. Come on, the Glasgow Rangers!
Come on, the teddy bears!
We're going to Europe. Vamos, Servus, ole! To try and beat the Germans. Now they put their tanks away. To see how they play football. In Florence, Naples, Rome. We're fast and fever, 4-4. Alright, we'll practice that at home. Now how about the Germans? We're strong in our defense and organized in our attack.
Alright, we know that.
Known as the champion has new conqueror, the champions Real Madrid.
You can't beat Real Madrid. You can't beat Real Madrid. You can't beat Real. You can't beat Real. You can't beat Real Madrid.
Oh. A star shines in old Moscow. A dynamo is throbbing there. With slow and ponderous mighty steps comes forth the Russian bear.
We're going into Europe. Vamos, Servus, ole! Here come the Glasgow Rangers, and we're coming here to stay.
First up, France.
Voulez-vous play football with me ce soir? Voulez-vous play football with me ce soir?
Yes, I give it a foreign games, but that's sexy. Oh, exciting, they were different. This were held midweek on the floodlights.
Voulez-vous play football with me ce soir? Voulez-vous play football with me ce soir?
Next up, Nice.
Oh, nice.
Well, no, really, it was a dirty game. We drew them in Glasgow and we drew them in Nice, and then they beat us in the playoff in Paris. 1960 saw us in the semi-final, having been Anderlecht, Red Star, Sparta. We went down against Eintracht. And guess who the champions were that year?
The mighty Senors, yet again.
You can't beat Real Madrid. You can't beat Real Madrid. You can't beat Real. You can't beat Real. You can't beat Real Madrid.
The final was played at Hampden, and the 134,000 strong Scottish crowd gave Real a standing ovation for playing football that was out of this world. But we were learning, and we were getting better at the European game. In 1961,
we're going into Europe. Vamos, Servus, ole! Here come the Glasgow Rangers, and we're coming here to stay.
1961, we once saw in the final of the European Cup Winners' Cup?
Yes!
No, Fiorentina. We reached the final again in 1967.
Yes!
No, Bayern Munich. We reached the final again in 1972. Yes! To get there, we had to beat Rennes.
Yes! 2-1.
Sporting Lisbon.
Yes! Away goals.
Torino.
Yes! 2-1.
Bayern Munich.
Yes! 3-1.
And then at last the final. And once again, Moscow Dynamo. In the Nou Camp Stadium, Barcelona!
Barcelona! Barcelona! Barcelona will be there!
Good one to that far side. Is touched away there by Zikov. Ibrahim. Jordan Den. No whistle. Dave Smith has it. Towards Colin Steen. Here's Steen. It's a goal! It's a goal by Steen. What a goal! Here's Dave Smith. Smith going up. It's a good ball. It's a goal. It's a goal by Willie Johnston. Rangers will be quite content to keep possession of the ball into the second half, as long as that score remains. Steen, and here's Willie Johnston with a chance, and it's a goal. It's a goal by Johnston, right out of the blue. Rangers 3 up.
We're victors now in Europe. Trevor, circus, ole!
I was a wee bit concerned that because of the riot, the cup might get taken away from us, but that didn't happen.
But if you remember right, Max, we were banned for European competition for 2 years.
After an appeal for Willie Waddle, that was just 1 year. And the European Cup Winners' Cup took pride of place in the trophy room.
Yeah! We're the boys in blue. We saw it through. And we'll be back, you bet, another yes!
Here, that was exciting, eh? I'm jiggered.
You know, I could fair murder a pint.
Aye.
Well, play your cards right. Just so happens I know a wee landlady who's quite accommodating.
Well, we know that, Hetty, but it's only a drink we're looking for.
You're for a mollicating. Shh, shh.
What?
What's that?
Where?
Up there.
Nobody.
Looks like... Oh, can he be?
Who?
Lex McLean.
Yeah, well! Oh, what's the matter with you? Never seen a ghost before? Are you well? I smell like it. Well, I tell you, I was on the continent there following the Rangers. And when I got back, my head had broken out in big green lumps. Imagine me with big green lumps. So I went to the doctor, says, here, doctor, go and have a gander of these lumps. So he looks at them and he says, oh, for goodness sake. He says, where have you been? I says, I've been abroad. He says, here, you weren't ever in one of the houses of ill repute, were you? I says, Christ, I was never out them. He says, that's what's wrong. You've got brothel sprouts. See you later!
There you go. A wee goldie for my golden boy.
Cheers, Hetty.
Cheers. So tell me, Max, see, when we were in Europe, what was happening domestically?
Oh, I was just about to embark my second marriage, Hetty.
No. I'm talking about the Rangers.
I know, but while I was doing that, Rangers were going through a series of divorces, right? I mean, like Scott Simon, the manager, he kind of like had to resign.
How?
Well, Fib is a business, Hetty, right? And in business, you judge by results. So if you're not getting results, there's your cards. Thank you very much.
Life can be cruel.
Hark at Bob Crampsey.
Scott Simon was very much in the Wilton Struth tradition, a believer in strict behavioural codes, you know? Although I think his genius was that he could take players, right? He could take players and mould them adroitly into a winning team. You know, like Richie Shearer, Caldo.
Aye, we know, and Wilson. But if he was this genius that you're saying he was, how come he got the boot, eh?
It's results, eh? With bad results. One in particular against Berwick Rangers. What can you say about that?
Well, I suppose you could say they had a good goalie.
What's the joke?
Joke Wallace was the bloody Berwick goalkeeper.
See?
Davy White, he was next for the manager's chair.
He didn't last too long.
Fair dues. He did at least 3 great things for the club, though. He brought back Willie Thornton as assistant manager, and he signed Colin Steen and Alec MacDonald.
True.
Rangers confidently coming forward. Oh, what a simple goal! Chance for Steen to go. That's Alec MacDonald. It's there.
Yeah, after that was Willie Waddle. We've talked a wee bit about him.
Quite a bit.
He became managing director in '73, and then your man's man, Jock Wallace, stepped into the fray.
King Jock, ex-army, one of the old school. Loyal, dogmatic, a strict disciplinarian. His blood was orange, his language was blue, and he frequently saw red. But he was a very successful manager for the club.
Yep.
Won the trebles in '76 and '78. Have I mentioned that?
No.
Aye. And he also presided over the centenary match with the Celtic.
Madison. Alec MacDonald will have managed to have time. It's a good ball. It's a goal. Charlie, the scorer, is Quinton Young for Rangers. As towards Con. Con going through. And it's there. The goal for Rangers. And it's in there. There. Getting the final touch.
Then John Gregg took over, managed the club for 5 years, but in my opinion, John's greatest achievements were as a player.
Definitely.
Captained the Gers for, 13 years? Twice Footballer of the Year, a living legend. You're in my era now.
And after that, who came back but King Jock? And a new star appeared in the firmament, signed by one John Gregg, MBE, one Alistair McCoy.
Now you're talking my lingo.
I've always said it's the best part of my job, certainly coming in here. Every day is a real pleasure, but what I'm paid to do here is score goals.
Time for the book.
The Blue Book.
The Gospel according to Max. This is the New Testament you're getting now, son.
There you are, Max.
Thanks, Etty.
It's all yours.
The Gospel of the Rangers according to Max, chapter 1. Verily, brethren, I say unto you, a man came out of the north, whose name was David of the family of Holmes. And this man had hope in his heart and money in his wallet. And around the same time, brethren, a man came out of the west, whose name was Lawrence of the family of Marlborough. And of oxen had he many, and fine gold also. And the two men travelled together, and saw a man from the east, who had of hair beneath his nose a multitude. And dressed all in fine raiment was he. And they knelt down, and bowed, and kissed his feet. For his feet were known throughout all lands, and great was the fame of his feet thereof. And beseeched him, saying thus,
Master, come, help us in our hour of need. For gold have we in great store, but of silver cups have we none. An enemy at the gate, and clothed in green and white, hath taken them from hence, and there is great wailing and gnashing of teeth.
And they opened their checkbooks unto him, saying,
Speak but the word, and all this shall be thine.
And the man from the east rose up, whose name was Graham of the family of Sunes. And he came with them unto the fields of Ibrox. And the scribes of the land turned aside from drinking of the wine, and exclaimed thus,
Hold the front page, for surely this Graham is the new Messiah, come out of the east to save the fields of Ibrox.
And the man from the east called unto him men from the south of the family of Butcher, and the family of Woods, and the family of Stevens, with offers of fine gold and herds of followers. So came these men unto the fields of Ibrox to make sport, be merry, and gather back the silver. And the man called Souness led them forth. And as soon as he stepped onto the fields of Ibrox with all his glorious tribe, verily, he was made to step off again.
I was there that day. I thought McCluskey made a bit of a melee at myself.
Really? So how we go?
Aye. And great were the dreams of this man called Souness in the temple of Ibrox, which he now called home. The loins of his tribe were girt in the cloth of Armani, and the slippers on their feet from Gucci came they forth. And on each eve before the day of battle rested they together in an inn where dancing was there not, nor spirituous liquors, nor handmaidens either in the temple of Victoria's. And the people saw that this was good, but the elders of the tribe within the gates of Ibrox gathered together and muttered thus:
Who is this Souness? And why has he come amongst us?
And the great silver cups, yea, where are they? This man hath promised, and when will they be delivered?
And hearing this, great was the rage of Souness, and he smote his fists upon the table, for mighty were the fists of Souness, and known throughout the land. And he called unto him his servant Walter, and spake thus: He who would build the greatest team on earth must needs have about him men who are sleek and sure of foot. Let these same elders grant us further shekels, so we may command Graham of the family of Roberts to come forth. And we shall deliver these silver cups back to the halls of Ibrox. And lo, it was done, and still the elders muttered.
But though we have this robbo and drinker, yea, all the disciples of Souness, even unto Richard of the family of Goth, and Oleg of the family of Kuznetsov.
And what though we have the championship and great crowds and much mouth honour?
The great silver cup of Scotland, we see it not within our walls.
And on hearing this, great again was the rage of Souness, and he smote his breasts and a tea-urn within the temple of MacDermot. And he gathered unto him the scribes of the land, the unclean and the seedy, saying thus: I have sallied forth into the enemy's tents, and there found I a man called Johnson, who is not of our tribe, and I have called him forth to dwell up.
What's up with you?
I don't think we should have signed Maurice Johnson.
I know, he's a great player.
But?
But what?
Well, I mean, he wasn't one of us, was he? He was basically a Celtic man.
Wait a minute. Let me ask you a wee question here, right? See, he was playing for the Gers, right? See, he was playing for Rangers.
Aye.
Did he score any goals against Celtic?
Aye.
So what's your problem?
He was a break with tradition.
Well, exactly what tradition we're talking about here, son. I mean, I've made a careful study of this club, right? And I know, hand on heart, that the Rangers Football Club was formed with one purpose in mind and one alone: the pursuit and the enjoyment of the game of football. I mean, that's what I want to celebrate. You know what I'm saying? I mean, this is the 1990s, son, not the 1690s. What's that? What's the point of fighting 300-year-old battles or hurling abuse at somebody just because you happen to believe something a wee bit different from yourself? Christ, we're nearly in the next century. I want Rangers up there with the best. David Murray. David Murray has poured money into this club to put together a team that is capable, God willing, one day of winning the European Cup. And you want to say to him, no, you can't have Romari, can't have Maldini, can't have Baggio. Christ, can you imagine Walter Smith going up to Baggio? Oh, by the way, Roberto, which school did you go to? This is the Rangers we're talking about here. Super Rangers. A team that can compete with the best. A team for the 21st century. Now I want to make a wee toast here, right? To David Murray, whose commitment to this club is second to none.
To Walter Smith, who will lead us to our 7th successive league title no matter what.
To Mark Hateley, who's a pure dish.
To all the great names of the past. Ritchie.
McCloy. Jardine.
Greg.
Mathis.
McKinnon.
McDonald. Russell.
McMillan.
McLean.
Miller.
Henderson.
Wilson.
Baxter.
John Kitchenbrand.
Thornton.
Mathis. Johnny Hubbard.
Greg.
Hey, lads, look at this.
What do you see, Moses?
Well, I don't know. It could be the promised land. I certainly think it's the future. I see a sign in big bold letters. Rangers FC. And a team playing in light blue colours. And as they kick the ball about the park, thousands upon thousands of people are singing and cheering and shouting. Come on, the Rangers. Come on, the Glasgow Rangers.
I know there is an idea in some minds that we at Ibrox possess some secret potion for winning matches. The secret potion is a will to win, imagination, determination, a cheerful, positive outlook, and something just as good as any of these, the ability to accept defeat in the proper spirit. Any team that can smile in defeat is more likely to win the next time out. This is a great club. The honor has been mine in serving it. Carry on, my good friend.